roles the EU and the US have played in Ukraine's unrest. But for most Western media, it's been the Russian president's hand that's been there all along. Blaming Russia for all the bad things happening in Ukraine has become the main theme of mainstream coverage. That's despite the fact that the president distanced himself from the situation from the onset. RT's Anastasia Churkina explains.
A blame game the Western mainstream media play on repeat as if hell-bent.
Putin's fingerprints all over the current chaos.
The hand of Putin.
Deadly anti-government clashes in Kiev have turned into yet another reason to obsess over who else? Russia.
The coverage of Ukraine fits a larger picture of the American media having Cold War attitudes about Russia.
He doesn't represent anything except a thuggish authoritarian state.
This a drumbeat they have marched to for decades.
Putin's to blame for everything in the American media, from the threat of terrorism in the world to global warming, and now for Ukraine.
The media are determined to criticize one man as if possessed.
The United States is looking to propagandize the population as much as possible in making Russia, and specifically Putin, into the enemy. Never mind the fact that Putin is essentially on the outside looking in, especially considering the fact that they have tremendous financial investment on the line in Ukraine.
Actual facts have left the building. Context and in-depth analysis are brushed aside.
It appears that Putin is stifling Ukraine.
Not reported was what Putin said. Why do they have to choose? Why can't we, Russia, help Ukraine in its time of economic need, and Europe help? That was rejected by the West.
Instead, it's headlines like these that are taking center stage.
Then again, superficial, attention-grabbing and hate-driven media coverage is familiar, especially when it involves events so far from the U.S. and so close to Russia.
Most Americans who are in the media don't know anything about the Ukraine. They don't know much of anything about former countries that were part of the Soviet Union.
I don't think the American press, including me, has inaccurately reported Vladimir Putin.
Highly questionable as a battle of words aimed at one target, Trump's accuracy in the Western media.